Good morning, everybody. It's Victoria Lorient Fabish, registered psychotherapist, holistic psychotherapist, and I'm coming at you again today with another kind of juicy topic, and I hope you join me. So let me tell you a little story. I was hoping for people to be on, but there you are. Hi, Wendy. Let me tell you a little story. So years ago, I was working at a home. I'm talking years and years ago, working out of my home. And things were going on in the home, in the building we were living in. I was having a great practice. I was doing great for about, I would say about 7-8 years. And I was really enjoying my practice working from home. And that was just very peaceful. And I thought, okay, well, this is my career. This is like years ago. So this is like a good, maybe, 20 years ago. And I was sort of, I'm working out of home. I had a really interesting holistic practice. I did polarity therapy. I did, some energy work. I did some Reiki, and that was my practice. And it was pretty, successful. I was busy-ish, and I was paying the rent, and it was nice. And it was lovely. And then things started to happen in our building where it was a cooperative. And someone discovered, oh, I don't like that somebody's working from home. There was some kerfuffle about that. And then that was sort of interesting and kind of bothersome for me. And then I had some other things happen. It was the air conditioning no longer was working, that we couldn't properly work from home. So I was having to fix that. And then there was another sort of obstacle for me peacefully working from home. There was construction outside, and we were on the second floor, and it was like loud, and there was that obstacle. And I'm like, what is all peacefulness for 7 years and then obstacles? In my mind was a niggling thought, I think I need to start working from an office. But who wants the rent, and who wants to, I didn't want to challenge myself. I was like, you know what? I'm comfortable here. I'm going to make this my way of doing my life. And yes, Wendy, this was the universe at work. It was just sending me these messages. You must expand. You must expand. You must get out of your home. You must. And I'm like, no, I don't want to expand. I'm so comfy here. This is so delicious. I don't need to expand. But the universe is like, you are expanding. You will leave this place. I will make it so uncomfortable for you that you will leave your home office. And it was really hard. I literally needed a boot in my butt to get out of my office. I finally said, okay, fine, universe. I was blocking out the messages for a good year, blocking them out until the messages were getting so loud and so loud and so loud that I said, okay, I will acquiesce. I will give in. I will move. And I was supported right away by the universe. I said, okay, where am I going to go? I don't want this to be too expensive. Yes, I was so scared. I didn't want this to be too expensive. I didn't want this to be too scary. I needed support from the universe to be able to get out of my little home comfort experience at a lovely office. This is where I started my videos on my brand new, spanking new, this was from 2007, YouTube channel. And which is called Ask Victoria. Hop on over there at some point if you like, and please subscribe. We need more subscribers. But anyways, so the universe was just beating my butt and just really giving me lots of indications. You must leave your comfort so that you can fulfill some of your life purpose. And I don't know about you, but have you experienced many messages from the universe to get you to where you're needing to be, but you're like, no, it's just too comfortable? And I know one of the things I work with a lot, and by the way, I did move my office, and that I stayed in that wonderful new office for about 10 years, and then that got uncomfortable in many ways. All kinds of indications, need to move again, and I moved somewhere else, and that wasn't quite right, but it was definitely the transition I needed to just make me look for the current office I'm in that is wonderful. I have this amazing office that is among many other psychotherapists. It's a very professional setting, but really my vibe. And I have a great view, which was a thing I always wanted. It's a nice view. I like views. And it's a place of healing. But that aside, real estate aside, it's more about this new place that I've been in for about 7 years now, offers me the ability to have access to lots of people. And also the other thing is more videos. The universe is like more videos, more videos. Like, wow, you want me to do everyday videos? Yup, that's what we want you to do. I'm like, okay. It's kind of listening, turning on your listening and paying attention to what the universe is sort of downloading. And I do it through meditation. I do it through just listening sort of kinesthetically to different inklings that are going on out there. Not that I'm sort of, ooh, it's more like, I get an impression about something and I'm like, let me just listen to that and not just negate that because it's not what's happening right now in my comfort zone. I try and listen to some things that are kind of, exactly sort of different from my comfort zone. And I go, and I acknowledge, so here are some of the tips to get out of your comfort zone. So the first is pay attention to the information that the universe, which is all around you, is trying to speak to you about. And usually it's trying to lead you towards something that's healthier, towards something that is more aligned with your life purpose, aligned with who you are, truly your authentic self-culture, which is, what my first book is about, Find Your Self-Culture. Well, part of finding your self-culture is tuning out the human information, but listening to more of the universal information, which I believe is basically tuning into your higher self, which has a direct line to what I believe is collective unconscious and what it is that we're actually supposed to do with our lives. And it requires courage. Because change is scary. So change is one of the things that is most what people avoid. They're afraid of the loneliness that might occur when they change, or they're afraid of ruffling feathers, or that they're going to be uncomfortable, or there's going to be pain, or there's going to be fear. So they'll stay in a situation, whether it's an unhealthy relationship or a toxic job, or in my case, a space that no longer fit what it is that I needed to have work out of, so I could proliferate my knowledge and my information, because knowledge is great, but if you don't proliferate it, what's the point? You gotta share it. Sharing is caring. So the universe was like pounding at me for me to share more. And when we experience those changes or those need to change, but no, I don't want to, but the need to change, but no, that struggle, it's a lot of pain and fear. And I want people to understand that you can breathe. Well, so I'm going to teach you a technique right now. You can breathe through the pain. You lean into the pain. And when you lean into anything, let me just tell you, when you focus in on what is painful or what is messy or what is not comfortable, when you just focus in on it and dialogue with it very intently, don't avoid it, go into it, interestingly, it starts to dissipate. That's a little magic tip. Lean into what's uncomfortable, dialogue with it, understand it. Like, what are you about? What's this thing all about? What are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to tell me? Dialogue with it. That's when the pain lessens. Because it's like the Wizard of Oz syndrome. Anybody watch the Wizard of Oz? Anybody? Okay. Well, in the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and her crew get to the big Oz, and it's scary, and the voice is really scary, but Toto escapes from Dorothy's arms, and boom, takes the curtain, pulls it back, and what's there? A little old man who's harmless. Not the big voice of Oz. That's what we are experiencing when we experience fear of change. It's like a big, scary concept, but we have to peel it back by dialoguing with it, conversing with it, having information from it. And then it's no longer this scary Oz, scary thing. It's like, okay, so you think I need to leave the situation that's no longer healthy for me. Okay, let's, universe, what's this all about? Why should I do this? Universe, bring me help, bring me some assistance. And, life will start to conspire in your favor. And another thing that is important is that people will get a lot of anxiety when it comes to changing their routine, their environment. But usually that anxiety is like, I don't want to change what's working. So, I'd rather stay with what I know. stay with the familiar rather than go and venture out into something different. And I'm right there with you. I have trouble. I like routine, and I like to have things to be kind of organized and all of that. So I get you. I really, really do. I really understand that. But it's kind of like, ever have a light in your car flashing? You take it to the repair shop and nothing's wrong with the car, and the guy says, it's just the light in your car flashing. It's an electrical issue. It's not a car issue. That's happened to us. And, it's like the light keeps flashing saying problems, maintenance, problems. But you go and take it in and it's like the car's fine. But we just have to fix the actual little, flashing light. So that's what's happening in your brain. Your limbic system, which is your fight, flight, freeze system, has a little gland in it called the amygdala saying, basically, oh my God, we are in an emergency. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. And actually, it's just a malfunctioning limbic system, because maybe there's nothing to be afraid of. Maybe this person, and usually this is the case, grew up in a trauma environment, and basically their limbic system, which is at the back of their brain, their survival center, their fight, flight, freeze center, essentially was basically jammed in the on position because, you needed to survive all of that trauma. And in order to survive the trauma, you needed to be at the ready position, at the fight, flight, or freeze position in order to navigate the trauma. But then when you come into your adult life, you're not at the mercy of others. You're not a disempowered little child. You're an adult that is here, because you're watching me, to do something big with your life. And I'm not even saying big, I'm saying significant, to help the planet in some way. And that is what gets me up in the morning, knowing that we basically are here to assist the planet in some way. But we're scared. If we're scared, we're just never going to do anything. We're just going to sit in our little lives and just sit and be really, really comfy. And the truth is, to get out of your comfort zone, you need to be able to navigate fear. So here we go. How do we calm the fear down? Everybody with me? We're doing this. Put your hand at the back of your head. Everybody, put your hand at the back of the head. This is your limbic system. Make contact with your limbic system. And I want you to take some breaths where you're like, limbic system. Like, you are able to control your brain, by the way. You are not your thoughts. You can control your thoughts by making contact with the part of you that's scaring you constantly. So you go, wow, my limbic system is here. Hi, Sharon. So the limbic system, and you make contact with that part of you and you go, limbic system, stop sending me wrong messages. Breathe. And now I want you to say, limbic system, amygdala, little gland inside, little Amy, little scared child. You're stuck in a rut and you're sending me the wrong information. So stop. And I want everybody to take some deep breaths. So first step is make contact with the limbic, then direct it to stop. Stop sending you the wrong information, and tell it to stop scaring you with these scenarios that are not true, because they're convincing you. The limbic system is basically convincing you, be afraid, we're at war, this is scary, and it's keeping you in high alert. It's kind of like the same energy as somebody yelling fire in a theater when there's no fire. Everybody's biology is, oh my God, there's a fire, let's get out of here. But yet it's not accurate. Yet it's sending you these messages. Escape a saber-toothed tiger, be afraid of change, escape this. It's like it's sending you your system, sending messages to your system that are convincing, that seem real. The almighty what if this, what if that, what if. And your brain is basically in the locked position of fear, freeze. I can't fight this, I can't flee this, so I'm going to freeze. So what you do is you have to direct your brain out of it. And you need to say, I understand. You need to say to your brain, I understand why you needed to alert me all the time to keep me safe and keep me protected before. But today, I don't need that level of alert or protection. And I am telling you to calm down, and I want everybody to take their hand, and I want them to imagine them shushing a child. But what we're shushing is the limbic system. This is active brain dynamic retraining. This is what we're doing. We're rewiring the brain together. Shh. And you want to tell that little limbic system that has been working on overtime to go and play now. Because it is the part of you that is a child that has been scared. But you're an adult now, and you get to make choices that will provide you change, but will scare you, but you will not let the fear control you. So you'll just send that little limbic system. Imagine that little limbic system being a little child running to a playground where there's merry-go-rounds and there's swing sets and there's ease and relaxation, because that child has been working too hard for you. And then you want to just say, thank you, amygdala. Amygdala, A-M-Y-G-D-A-L-A, amygdala, the gland inside your limbic system, L-Y-M-B-I-C. I'm certainly not condescending to you, but I had trouble with spelling it initially. So, you're going to tell that little amygdala, thank you for just relaxing. And then you're going to turn back to yourself and you're going to imagine yourself in the new situation, walking forward, walking into the new situation that you know is right, that you started to listen to the universe about, you know is right. And that, imagine yourself walking there peacefully. Everybody see that. Walking toward your change in peace, in ease, and feeling supported and noticing that others will support you and life will support you as you go forward out of your comfort zone. I hope that this was helpful. Watch the video over and over. Practice doing this process over and over to get you to the other side. In my first book, I talk about change and how to get your self-culture, find your self-culture, moving from depression and anxiety to monumental self-acceptance. Hi, Sandra. And also my second book is about creating this type of brave change in your relationships, connecting, rewire your relationship culture. And you can get those at visualizationworks.com, my website, Visualization Works. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. My YouTube channel is called Ask Victoria. And let me know juicy topics that you want me to speak about. This came at me from someone going, how do we cope with change? How do we navigate change? So someone asked me to do this, so that's why I did it. So if you have a topic you want me to speak on, let me know. Private message me or put it in the comments or contact me in some way, and I will endeavor to do so. Have a beautiful day in this amazing, transformational oriented moment that we're all in together on this planet. And I really feel that we need to, everybody holding hands, let's jump forward, okay? All right. Have a beautiful, oh, you want me to do a video on body pain? Okay, I'll think about doing that. That's a good one. I like it. Blessings. All right. Take care.